Yo, 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 what it do? What it be, y'all? It's your boy, Agent ANT, repping the Spell Block Agency, gang, you know we don't play none of that shit, all that shit. Let's get into it. Season 2, Episode 4 of the Kingpins and Capos series, and today we're going to be talking about the Bonnano crime family. It is the first family I'm going to discuss that doesn't have roots in the Morello gang. And it's also the only family that is named after its OG co-founder, or founder, I should say, not co-founder. What kind of co-founder? Because Giuseppe and Stefano Bonnano were already made men, and the Bonnano clan in Sicily went to war with the Buccellato clan, and their strongest ally, Stefano Magherino, would migrate to New York in 1902, became a made man, and eventually started the Buffalo crime families. We've discussed him. Today is more about the Bonannos, so let's get into them. Giuseppe and Stefano would be killed sometime between 1901 and 1903, and their younger brother Salvatore would get revenge by murdering several members of the Buccellato clan. In 1905, Salvatore's wife would give birth to Joseph Bonnano, who the Bonnano family is really named after, but first it was the Maranzano family before that, but I digress. In 1908, the Bonannos migrated to America, and Salvatore began establishing a criminal empire in Williamsburg, New York. Salvatore moved back to Sicily in 1911 and died there of a heart attack in 1915. And the Bonannos were not at all involved in the Mafia Camorra War, as Magherino had fled to Buffalo, and the Mafia Camorra War was mainly between the Morello clan and their allies versus the Camorras and the Navy Street gang. So after the Mafia Camorra War, Salvatore Maranzano, who would become boss of all bosses, would be backed by Don Vito Ferro and Giuseppe Morello against Joe Masseria for control of the Morello gang, aka the Genovese family, or what would become the Genovese family. And Maranzano was also a mentor to a young Joe Bonnano. And really, Maranzano's rise was helped by Masseria, Joe Masseria too, because Niccolo Schiro fell out of favor with Joe Masseria, and Masseria outcasted Schiro and promoted Salvatore Maranzano, who would eventually be the reason for Masseria's death. Now, Maranzano, naming himself boss of all bosses after uniting and coming up with the concept of the five families, didn't really sit right with Lucky Luciano and a few others, such as the Young Turks. We've talked about them, not Maranzano, but Luciano, Joe Adonis, Tommy Lucchese, a few of those guys. Now, Maranzano was smoked not long after the Castellamarese War ended, and Luciano then got rid of the boss of all bosses moniker and title. Joseph Bonnano, who was only 26, took over Maranzano's organization that his family had originally started. So Joe Bonnano and Joe Profaci became good friends. Bonnano was the youngest boss, and the Profaci family was the youngest out of the five families being founded just before they were founded just before the Castellamarese War in 1928. But when Joe Profaci died in 1962, Joe Bonnano knew Tommy Lucchese and Gambino were going to lead the commission, and Bonnano plotted with Profaci's successor, Joe Magliaccio, who, despite succeeding Profaci, he didn't get a seat on the commission. So, like Gambino and Lucchese did to Anastasia and Costello, Bonnano planned to take out Carlo Gambino, Tommy Lucchese, and Stefano Magherino, who was friends with his, blood family, but supported Gambino and Lucchese's leadership. So, he had to go too. Sorry, bro, you was a lifelong member of the family, but, I'll do anything for power. I'll knock my brother off a family, talking about Bonnano, but that's just how it go in the mob, type shit. You might have to kill your own brother if he break Omerta or some shit like that. But anyways, Magliaccio hired Joseph Colombo to take out Tommy Lucchese, but Colombo revealed the plot to the commission, and the commission called Magliaccio and Bonnano to explain themselves. Now they kind of knew Bonnano couldn't be the brains. He was probably more of the muscle and the money behind the operations. They knew the most of it was from Magliaccio, who probably wanted to lead the commission and finally have a seat. Now, Bonnano went into hiding, and the commission ordered Magliaccio to step down and pay $50,000 to be scared, just to be spared his life. And Colombo took over what was the Profaci family, and it's still known as the Colombo family today. Now, with Bonnano in hiding, there began a civil war within the Bonnano family called the Banana Wars. And I'll get further into the Banana Wars in a future video. But after Bonnano fled, there was an internal power struggle between Bonnano loyalists and loyalists to the commission. And the war ended with Bonnano and his son, Bill, resigning from the mafia and retiring to Arizona in 1968. And in the 70s, the Bonanno suffered from, the Bonnano family, not, the Joe Bonnano and his family, but the crime family. Crime family suffered from undefined leadership after he left. I mean, until this day, they never really recovered from the Banana Wars. In 1976, the crime family would gain even more unwanted attention as a man by the name of Joseph Pistone, a.k.a. Donnie Brasco, would infiltrate the family as an FBI agent, and it was only supposed to last a couple months, but it ended up being years. Johnny Depp even played him in a classic mob movie, but yet again, I digress. After the Donnie Brasco fiasco, the Bonnano family closed their ranks and were trying to be more tight-knit. And they even killed 3 high-ranking members who were responsible for, Brasco being brought into the family. Like, forget him rising up through the ranks and spilling all the secrets. Y'all let him into the family, period. Like, y'all is fucking up. But during this time, the Bonannos lost their seat in the commission with all the trials and infighting, since Joseph Bonnano's fall from power. They were definitely seen as one of the weaker families, and they even debated on getting rid of it. But in June of 1991, Joseph Massino, who was involved in the so-called hit that ended the Banana Wars, he was named boss. And Massino was actually close with John Gotti before he became boss. But Gotti was upset when Massino was appointed boss without any kind of commission sanction. Which is, if I could get off track for a minute, which is really saying something, considering John Gotti literally broke mob rules by knocking off his boss just so he could be boss. Yet he mad at Massino because he wasn't sanctioned. John, you literally did some unsanctioned shit to get where you... But, that's just, neither here nor there. Just saying. Just goes to show, John Gotti gets this picture as like this ultimate mobster. He never ratted on his friends. Newsflash, he only didn't get to rat because he was the boss. Like, there was no one bigger to get. Like, you feel me? He could have ratted, but when you are literally the leader and the boss and you going around literally claiming that title, bruh, who the fuck is you gonna rat on? There's no one like to be like, oh, you could get that guy, he's the head of master of it. You have no power, bruh. So after your underboss got told that you was gonna rat on him, he was like, no, bro, fuck you the boss, right? Take that fucking charge, bruh. Fuck you mean. So anyways, that's completely off topic, but that's just so like I said, Massino was cool with Gotti, and then after, Massino got the boss, Gotti was upset when he got his, his power or whatever. So Vincent Gigante wasn't a big fan of Massino either. The Chin, the what is it? The Odd Father. That's what they called him. He voted against Massino getting a seat in the commission, despite drawing inspiration from how he ran his family. He was a very big admirer of the guy, but when it came time to give him a seat on the commission, they, maybe they thought that he had to prove himself or whatever. But, like I said, they drew inspiration for how he was running his family because he was so tight-knit. He closed the ranks off and was very, selective on who he let in the family. So it just wasn't enough, I guess, in the end. But so despite not being in favor of the 2 most powerful crime bosses, Massino ran the Bonnano family into one of the most successful eras, since Joe Bonnano had, skipped town. So they became so successful the Bonnano family was actually allowed back in the commission and were the most powerful family of the 90s. And Messina was a big reason for this. From 91 to about '01, Messina reversed the Bonnano's family fortune and curses, but more money brings more problems. And during this time, Messina was flaunting the fact that the Bonnano family, through all of its internal strife, never had a member turn Fed except for, Donnie Brasco. Never had a member except, the member who had a whole fucking movie named after him. Be careful what you wish for in this shit, y'all. Especially in a life of crime. If you go around saying I'm untouchable, you gonna get touched. You go around saying nobody gonna rat on me, chances are you probably got a fucking rat in your circle. I'm just saying. But like I said, so he was bragging that he never had a member turn Fed except for Donnie Brasco. But he was a Fed from the jump, so that's different, I guess, from Mafia rules. I don't know. Those words would really come back to haunt Messina and the Bonnano crime family, as on January 9, 2003, Messina and several top-ranking members were indicted on racketeering charges, and this started a downward spiral of the Bonnano hierarchy, ratting on each other and going into witness protection. Now, Messina became the first mafia boss to turn Fed because of this. The Bonnano family reorganized after this, and they still doing their thing, and they still in the middle, they're back to their old ways in terms of, being back in a power struggle. But just think about that. Messina was going around telling everybody, oh, we never had nobody rat, this and that. Well, then when the gavel started dropping and, the pressure started coming, he started ratting on his own. He was literally the first mafia boss to turn Fed. And, of course, I'll have to get to that, in, like, maybe a later video or something where I cover, big bosses who turned rat or something like that. But, like, I can't get really into too much detail. It's a lot of, it's more on the Messina side of things more than like the actual family itself. Other than that, I mean, the family, like I said, kept out of the Mafia Camorra War. I mean, the Messina, and they're kind of right back where they were after the Banana Wars, so leadership kind of still in question. They still active out here. They still exist. They still in the commission and all that, I believe. Maybe not after all that again, but who knows? But they are definitely not as organized or have the leadership that they once had under Messina. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want more content like this. I know this was kind of a shorter one, but wasn't a lot to talk about. But, yeah, I'm out. It's been your boy, Agent A&T, repping the Spell Block Agency. Be safe. Don't get smoked. I'm out. Peace.